Hello, Internet. I'm Matt Haas, and happy Festivus to everyone. Festivus is always 3 days before Christmas on the 23rd, and this is the first ever Festivus show here on All Things YouTube. I am so glad to have everyone with me. Share this show out. It's going to be a little different. Let's see who we have here in the chat. We've got Brenda G's Designs. Hi, Brenda. Portal Woodworks. Welcome to the show, Portal. Harneo Media. Shalalala Productions. That's Robert. And Love Audio Production. My friend Paul. Excellent. I do have sponsors. These are my sponsors. Thank you for sponsoring me. I'm jumping right in. At the top of the chat, you will see a unique URL. Oh, where did it go? Let me see if I can find it. I can put it on screen here. There we go. You don't have to memorize this or take a screen grab. Just look at the top of the chat. It's pinned. Click that if you want to be on camera with me. The way this is going to work is you can share the screen with me. We can both be on screen, and you can air your grievances about social media or anything online that you're mad about, because the airing of grievances is what Festivus is all about. It's the opposite holiday, where instead of telling people how much you love them and how wonderful they are, you do the opposite. So, if you're interested in that, go ahead and click that link and you can join me on camera. You will need a webcam and a microphone and ideally headphones. That's really all you need. And something to say about what you don't like about social media. Because let's face it, there's a lot about social media that is frustrating. And that goes for YouTube as well. There's a lot wrong with this platform we're on. So that's the way it's going to roll. Link is in the chat. Go ahead and click that link, and it'll put you into a green room, and we can see what happens from there. I hope everyone is enjoying the holiday. There is a lot to be happy about. I know it's been a very tough year. I'm not clueless about that, but I mean, come on. If you look, there is a lot to be happy about. Does everyone like the Festivus poll? Check. Yes, Festivus poll. Very cool. So what's wrong with the social medias? I got a lot of problems with social media. Facebook, got a problem with Facebook. Oh, you know I got problems with Facebook. Facebook did streaming completely backwards. When you go to stream on Facebook, you have a post, and then the post, when you actually stream, points to another URL, and then you stream under that URL, and then when you're done, that post sort of becomes something different. And so, in other words, there's two places to go when you stream. It's a big pain in the butt, and that is Facebook. And yeah, it's it's not good. So Facebook, what are you doing? We need one URL for pre-scheduled streams and actual live streams. We have Jim Dockrell. He stumbled in. Not being able to find things in the grocery store. No molasses? Are you kidding me? Hi, Jim Dockrell. Happy Festivus. If you want to come on camera, anyone in the chat wants to come on camera, there is a pinned comment at the top of the chat. This is it. You can follow that link. You'll go into a green room, and I'll bring people on one at a time, and you can share what you don't like about social media. And that includes YouTube as well. And Joy Jax is here. She says, howdy, I got to unload the groceries. Then I'll be there. Excellent. We'll save a seat for you on the panel. The molasses are behind the moles. Don't understand that comment. Yeah. I got problems with the streaming bill that they put in. It is no longer going to be a misdemeanor to unlawfully use someone else's copyrighted works, which could be music or images or video. It's now a felony if this gets signed. So it passed the legislature, and now it needs to be signed into law. Look at this. John Venturini is here. Grocery unloading has begun. Check. Hi, John. I was telling John that and Steve Nealon from Harneel Media, pay close attention. All 12 of the websites that I manage, many of them are mine, but I manage many for other people, are now backed up and fully updated and fully patched. And it took an hour and a half to do all that because I back up all the site files, I back up all the databases, and then I go through and I do all of the updates, and I go from top to bottom and do it all. So there needs to be a better way to update WordPress websites because, it's just too hard sometimes. And thank you, John Ventrini says, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. Yeah, I got little fun things for that. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Fa-bam. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. That's the holiday bell. Javi's Woodshop is here. I'm looking for a ring of grievances as stated in the Facebook advert. I was typing a little too fast. So, see, that's actually a streaming technique. That is a business practice. Have one mistake, and then people will comment on your mistake, and that's more engagement. A lot of people who make videos will purposely say something wrong, or if they're going through a list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they'll go 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, just to get people to comment. Oh, you went out of order. Thank you for the comment. One comment is one piece of engagement. I'm not saying that's what I did. I actually made the mistake, but it is a thing. Good you're here, Javi. Oh, love audio production. Saves creating an overlay, Matt. Nice cardboard overlays. I like the physical stuff. I don't know if it's just that I'm a maker because, I have a woodworking channel. I like to make physical things. And I invested way too much in this camera, which has the instantaneous refocus. I mean, look how fast. I mean, it's a fraction of a second. It goes from completely blurred face. Anyway, I think it's kind of fun. My Prodigy connection kept knocking me off as I was looking the advertisement up on MySpace. Prodigy. Oh, no. I used to use America Online to get online. I got a lot of problems with my former coworkers because at around the time America Online was like bigger than the internet, like right when like web pages kind of was like a second thought and everyone was on America Online. All my colleagues bought stock in AOL and they all got filthy rich. Now at that time I was sort of I was younger than most of my colleagues. Not that was an excuse, but I didn't have a lot of disposable money. So problems with my old colleagues that got rich without me investing in America Online when it was hot property. Hey, Javi says, Merry Christmas, Matt, and everyone, by the way. Merry Christmas to you. Happy Festivus. AOL, wow, I remember that. Yeah. I used America Online back when it was PC Link and Q Link. Hashtag damn emold. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, no. I just remember the marketing because it used to be 50 hours free or and then it was like 100, then it was 200. It just got so incredibly high. You might as well just, it's unlimited. But there used to be a cap on the hours. And then you could invest in the modem, because I got the 1440 baud modem, which was twice as much as the previous one. But then you have to factor in the cost of the new hardware versus how much more information you're going to be able to pull down faster, and will the speed have the break even on the cost? In other words, could you do more? There was there was a money calculation you had to do in your head to figure out if the more expensive modem would benefit you, because you could be on top, you could be online fewer hours. Apparently, anyway, you get it. Oh, that dial-up, strange sound from the modem. Yes, it was like an evil sound. Never been on AOL. That's cool. I did have a brother-in-law that worked for AOL. I mean, up until like 2016, 2017. And at that point, they were just a data center. Like, they had nothing. And then another grievance I have with AOL is they said, okay, all dial-up is now free. You don't have to pay us. But you have to tell us you want it for free. And hundreds of thousands of customers kept paying $19.99 a month for dial-up internet. And all they had to do was call or email or fill out the form that you don't want to pay for it anymore. They just kept cashing those checks. Those CDs made great coasters. Yeah. John, Javi, anyone, if you want to come on camera, follow that link. Here's the link. And it's also pinned in the comment. It should be the top comment in blue. And you'll go into the green room. And I'll let people in one at a time. And you too can complain about social media, because this is the airing of grievances. Oh, Javi says he's in. Are you in the green room? I don't see you. How do I refresh? Oh, nope, I don't want to refresh that. I would, but I'm, okay. It's late in the hours in the UK. Not late, but, you know, it's not. CD, I have 3.5-inch floppies. Yeah. Oh. More reason to come on. Yeah. I love it. Oh, no, headed there. Okay, good. Because I was freaking out because I'm like, I don't see you in the green room. Oh, I'm going to be pushing a lot of new buttons here, folks. A lot of new buttons. So kind of cut me some slack on the production quality, please, if you would. Sandy Archer, Spiritual Health. Welcome to the Festivus show, the inaugural Festivus show. I don't have enough lipstick on. Hey, it's all good. Love audiences. Crikey, no. Nobody wants to see that, John. Oh, I ought to be destroying. Oh, here we go. They call me Rob. Excellent. All right, I have one person in the green room. Rob, are you ready to come on? Now, here's how we're going to play it. Here's how we're going to play it. Rob, I hope you're listening. He says he's listening. I can kind of see him. No profanity. Now, you can be mad. You can call people jerks. You can explain how upset you are with people, with companies. That's all good. Just keep no swear words. So let's see. Guest in green room. We are going to, okay, I'm going to do some production work. Just bear with me. And we are going to assign you guest one. Paul Weber's coming on too. Excellent. All right, here we go. Flip over to guest. I'm going to assign you guest 2. There we go. And all right, so now let me see what I got to do here. All right, I'm pushing buttons here. Give me a second. So we add to the. There he is.
Ah, there I am.
Hi, Javi. Welcome to
Hey.
the inaugural Festivus show. Tell
Holy
people who
cow,
you are and where they can find you.
This thing, hang on a second. Let me see if I can zoom out. The camera's got me,
Oh, I might be able to help
or
with
that
that
might be
as
you,
well.
hopefully.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can.
I'm 5 feet away from my camera, and my bottom screen, I see the whole thing. This is my.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm sure there's a way I can help.
I don't know
with this. Okay, so let me
I'll
see.
just stand from back here.
Game
all the same to me.
Where is your? Having trouble.
And how are your holidays, anyways? I'll just.
Brother, everything is great here with me. Everything is great. How's it with you? Are you ready for Santa?
Well, I'm ready for Santa. As far as if you were asking about Santa's Enchanted Forest, that's not happening.
There we go.
Ah, there you go.
I have the technology, people. How's that? That looks pretty good.
Excellent.
We'll call that done. All right.
Absolutely. So, let's see. As far as Santa's Enchanted Forest, the theme park, it's not happening this year. But
hi, Peter Brown, the only person that hasn't seen the
Peter
Seinfeld episode. Welcome, Peter. Happy Festivus to you, my friend. Okay, I'm sorry.
I got an embarrassing story about Peter Brown. If he'll let me, I'll share it.
Peter, why don't you type a chat if you want Javi to blab about you?
It concerns an old lady in line at a Chinese restaurant at a wood show.
Oh my goodness.
No, it was just something silly, but it was so funny. But yeah, I am definitely ready for Santa. We've got all our stuff, and I'm headed off the day after to finally. My wife's a teacher, so it's difficult to get time free, especially in these times where she's working practically double shifts because she's got to do the virtual stuff, the tutoring, and and go into class. So it's so nice when you get Christmas break and we're headed up to a little kidless week to ourselves over New Year's.
I just adjusted your microphone. You seemed a little hot, so
okay, good, excellent.
That should be a little bit better. Okay, do you have a grievance to share about social media?
I have my standard grievance.
Bring it on, sir.
Many of my friends will always, which is the standard grievance. This is not a bad one, but YouTube sucks the life out of you. That's my standard grievance.
Can't say I don't disagree.
I have always said that from the beginning. It's so funny because it's a platform that, I mean, it's fantastic if you want to document. Ooh, excellent. If it's fantastic if you want to document stuff, but as far as, and it's fantastic for spreading information. But if you're looking for a career in YouTube,
yeah,
as in making money from YouTube, you're out of your mind.
There's definitely
it's possible.
There's a long tail where you got to grind, and it's a slow takeoff.
And that's the thing. I did calculations on the hourly rate. And it's exactly as you said. The hourly rate started as 0.00000, 1 cent per hour that you're getting paid, and then it goes up exponentially. I mean, you have got easily over 1,000 hours, if not more, between editing, and that depends on so many factors before you're even monetized.
That is so true. So true. Someone was saying the allure of Twitch is you can make Twitch partner much faster than you could make YouTube partner program. And then there's sort of a ceiling on Twitch. Like, it's really hard to make a business on Twitch, but they give you that coin just a little bit easier than they do over on YouTube.
My big grievance. Oh, by the way, Jim's got a good one. Jim Dockrell said, Javi's grievance, too many Cubans in Florida. I agree with that.
Yeah, I did hide that.
I
I know
have
he's
one.
joking, but that was a
Yeah,
little.
no, but I say that all the time in Miami anyway. So, but keep me here because I'm moving out, so I'm good. So, keep us here. I don't know. My big grievance, I guess, was, but I've never got to air it, so I'll air it now.
Okay.
I was at 100. I joined, and I got to my 100 subscribers back when you were allowed to monetize at 100 subscribers.
Back in the day. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think, yeah. No, my mistake. When you were allowed to at 1,000 with nothing else, it was either 100 or 1,000 and nothing else. And like that first week when I had like maybe $5, no, I'm sorry, it was before. That was they put on that stupid 4,000 hour rule.
They yanked it from a lot of people. I was
yanked it
threatened
from under me. Took another year and a half.
If I remember correctly, there was about 2 months since they announced they were going to do the 4,000 watch hours, so they actually implemented it. And then I had my best video ever on Awesome Wood Things, and it pushed me over the 4,000 watch hours. Yeah, I was like 4 weeks out, and I squeaked under the line, baby.
I just got monetized like 2 months ago or 3 months ago. So
I remember that. Congratulations.
Yeah, and the only reason, and if anybody out there wants a tip, if you're doing absolutely nothing and you're sitting in front of your computer, record it. I was soldering. I was soldering 2-3 times a day, soldering hobby boxes, and I'm soldering, and so I figure, look, if I'm doing this anyways, click, I got the camera on. Eventually, there were 4 or 5 people that would watch, and doing this for quite a number of weeks, that alone gave me the watch hours. I mean, I went from 1,000 to 4,000 in 3 months.
A lot of people, they love the host. If whatever you're doing, they'll tune in for you. Sandy Archer says congrats to you. So that's great.
Thank you all.
All right, Javi, I think I'm going to get ready to cycle another person in here. Jump back in the green room if you think of something else. I want to get some more.
Have a wonderful day, folks, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all.
Happy Festivus.
Thanks, Matt. Have a good one.
All right, we're moving on to Paul, and then we'll put you up there, Rob. So I know Paul's in the UK, so we will assign Paul guest 2. Hey! Hi, Paul.
There he is.
Let's see. Let me reconfigure your image there. Excellent. How are you, sir?
Good. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you. Yep, you're coming in a little loud. I'll make an adjustment. Why don't you tell folks who you are and where they can find you online?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I keep moving because I'm using the phone and I'm holding it up.
Yeah, we'll just do it. We'll just do it like that.
Okay. So yeah, my name is Paul Webber. I'm from the UK and from the southwest of England, which is a nice part of the world next to the coastline here, which is great. Matt and I have known each other since we did a challenge back in April, which was pretty cool stuff. And since then, yeah, plenty of experience on going live each and every week. But also, I know this is obviously a grievance kind of procedure with regards to Festivus. I don't want to get too bogged down with it, but yeah, sometimes YouTube does have a funny way of telling you something's wrong with a stream when you know for a fact that it isn't. Yeah, things like you're not giving us enough video, so your watchers are going to have a weird experience and it's going to be jumpy and all that kind of thing. Well, you're thinking, hang on, I haven't stopped broadcasting since I started at 8 o'clock. What's going on? So I just wonder how that changes every week. And recently I've upped it to ultra. What's it called? Ultra low latency, Matt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How's that working for you?
Well, I've had a better stream since I'm doing that than I did prior. How does that work?
Yeah, because that's more intense, ultra low latency for
It's,
sure.
it's more intense. Yeah, precisely. But you do get a better reaction, and I know that you get a better and a quicker reaction from posts and from messages from your watchers and viewers.
Javi
So,
fully agrees
you know,
with your grievance, Paul.
yeah, yeah. It's just it's just a quirk, I guess, and it's fine. And I'm going to stick with it. And
Charles
part of the
Ritchie
problem
showed
with
up. Hi,
me.
Charles. He's asking if that's tinsel. I don't know what he's talking. If you're talking about this is the Festivus pole.
Well, behind me is my Christmas tree. So if I go like that, you can see the whole length of the tree.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There we go. And then sliding back down to there we go. And there's some Christmas crackers underneath the tree behind it. I won't show you the other side of the camera because it's littered with stuff that needs wrapping tonight, ready for delivery tomorrow.
Yeah, we don't want any spoilers because your friends and family could be
No.
watching. This is the first
gosh.
ever Festivus show on my channel, so there's that.
Yeah. And thanks so much for hosting it. It's a great opportunity to come on and air a few grievances and chat and hang out with you and learn from your experiences and all that kind of thing. So I do appreciate it. But
Charles
as
says,
I
I
said to
find
John in the
tinsel
chat,
distracting. That was the the line in Seinfeld from Mr. Costanza.
Yeah.
Funny.
I said to John in the chat that I was in my dressing gown. Nobody wants to see that. So yeah, I just
Hey, don't downplay yourself. You're a sexy man. Come on.
Shush. Look, if I do this, I'm some kind of monk. Look at that. Look at the size of this hood. It's
Yeah.
huge. It just swamps me.
Do the
Look at
over
that.
the shoulder pose. That's like extra sexy too.
I can't. I don't know if I can do that or not. Hey, listen, Matt, it's been great hanging out with you. Good luck with your next caller, and I'll be watching the stream and preparing some ribs for dinner.
Sounds yummy. I'll jump on a plane. I'll be right over. I can go for some ribs.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul. Happy Festivus. Have a good one, my friend.
Happy Festivus. Take care, Matt. Thank you.
Bye. All right. Jax is in the green room. You'll come on after Robert. If anyone else wants to join me on camera, simply follow this URL right here. This is pinned to the top of the chat, so go ahead and click that and follow the directions. It's super, super easy. Okay, here we go. Hello, Robert Lee.
And we're live! Sorry, couldn't hear this.
Yes, we are. How are you, Robert?
I'm good. How are you, Matt?
Hey, never better, brother. Never better.
Very nice.
Robert comes preloaded with his lower third.
I couldn't resist. It's just like, it just feels a little naked. I'm like, I know I'm missing something. Like, oh, I got to throw the lower third there. So there you go.
Check the
I feel like you got my hat because I got the bottom. I couldn't find the hat anywhere in this room. So
yeah. Just imagine my head on Robert and Robert's body on me. So then we'd have the matching outfit.
It sounds more like Halloween's. Like if we took Matt's head and combined with Rob's body, we got Santa, sort of.
Hey, Patricia Sway is here. Wow, 8 thumbs down as soon as Javi came on. Wow. Hey, are people giving me thumbs down? Oh yeah, I got 10 thumbs up and 7 thumbs down. I'll take it. It's all interaction, isn't it, Robert?
Is this where you thank them for their time for watching the video and
I don't know. Oh, Dave Hart's here. Hi, Dave. There's a link.
Hey, Dave.
There's a link that's pinned if you want to join me on camera. We're complaining about social media. Do you have a complaint about social media you want to air your grievances about?
All right. I had to write this down so that way I didn't miss a beat here. So, okay. So the first grievance I have, I'm glad that, so recently with YouTube, I hit over 100 subscribers. So now that I'm eligible for the unique URL channel. So I was pretty happy about it, but was having some trouble trying to get that corrected. The challenge is that with YouTube, they don't have like a direct line you can reach out to them. Like there's no like 1-800 number, which I doubt they have, or even like or an ability to email them directly. I later realized that you have to if you're if you qualify being like a creator content or a creative producer or something like that, you have the ability to actually talk to them with live chat, but there's like certain milestones that I'm blanking out here, which we won't get into. So the only option I had was to try to research to figure out how to do that. I had to go on YouTube, try to do like one of those searches. And then there was like a video. I wish I remember who the the YouTube channel was, and they asked someone directly, well, who do you, for those that don't meet the YouTube creator criteria, like how can you get help? And so they take you to this FAQ type of help list. I go there, and it didn't really have anywhere you can contact anyone directly. So then I stumbled upon, after researching, they have like a Twitter handle where you can ask them directly.
yeah.
And I thought, well, that's really bizarre. I mean, here's YouTube, and you have to go to another platform.
They've got 2 billion users. 2 billion. That's a lot of stuff to manage.
I know, but
I have a power tip.
Let's hear it.
Complain that your YouTube premium service isn't functioning, and you'll get someone right away, because that's what you have to pay $10 a month for that. So their customer service is on it, and then do the bait and switch, and then tell them about your technical issue elsewhere. But that's how people that aren't in the partner program can get fast action. Tweet to the YouTube account that you're having problems with YouTube Premium and you're thinking about canceling your subscription. So you'll get a live person behind the tweet right away.
Well, that's weird, because it's almost like you stole I stole your brainwaves, because I was thinking about that. So I go there, but I didn't see any direct line to the contacts.
Merry
That's
Christmas.
where I saw the Twitter handle, and that's when I started going back and forth. And it was just really a surreal thing, just that you had to go on Twitter to do a direct tweet and just say, hey, what's the deal? Although I had to be careful not to wrestle them or like challenge them for the feats of strength,
That's a risky move. I would not do the feats of strength with a YouTube employee. No.
So yeah, it's just surreal. But I mean, I'm glad that, I knock on wood, that it's resolved. There may be like some minor things just to try to figure out. It's more, I think, more of a learning curve thing. So, but that was my grievances. I have a couple others, but I figured I'd probably be pushing the envelope if I have 2 more to list. So,
Well, if you want, I'll mute you and then bring you back. Would you want to do that? You can...
I thought you were gonna like.
Robert, I could never fully mute you. Come on. You have the power of being verbose.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I mean, I if you need another grievance, I can hang back. Otherwise, if there's others, no worries. So, but
Okay.
it's always a pleasure to be able to share a grievance with you on the All Things YouTube platform.
There you go. All right. We'll bring you back then. Okay. Hold on. Thank you, Robert. And go check out Robert's channel. Do the search for Shalalala Productions on YouTube and Facebook. And we do a show on Wednesdays, so that'd be fun too. All right, but not today, because this is Festivus.
Exactly.
Right. Thank you, Robert. Merry Christmas. All right. Enjoy Jax is coming on the screen. Remember, there's a pinned comment at the top. If you want to come on camera and complain about social media, that's how you do it. Just follow the instructions after you click that link. There she is. Hi, Jax. Oh, I cannot hear you. Now she's sad. Oh, and Robert, I don't know if you have to go on mute, but try and mute yourself if you can. Okay, and we'll go over here.
Yeah.
There she is. How are you?
I like the little sound bar that tells me that it's working.
Yeah. Nothing but the best for Ecamm.
Yeah. So before I get into my grievances, I had a suggestion for you, Matt.
Please.
And that is, your little cards that you show the camera?
I do.
Do you drink wine?
I do drink wine, yeah.
Okay, so take the cork from the wine. I don't have a cork. I have the cap of a champagne right now.
Okay.
And glue it to the back of them.
All right.
And label them. So now when you hold them up, your fingers aren't in the...
Oh, yeah, because my fingers overtake the image is kind of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
So glue a recycled piece of cork to them.
Genius.
I know.
Give that an applause.
Thank you. So my grievances right now with social media. I work with social media on a daily basis. Okay, so I'm a marketing and communications specialist for a school, so I'm on it constantly. And it's part of my job. So when people say stuff, I'm like, well, I have to stay on social media because of work, right? And that blows. But this is the worst thing that possibly could ever happen to someone. Social media has been physically taking a toll on my body. Okay.
Oh
So
my.
the other day I slept and I woke up in pain. And I'm like, what the hell happened? Right? Why am I in pain after sleeping? And I got up and I was like, okay, we're gonna have to reassess this. I've gone through this whole process of sleeping without a pillow for like 5 days at this point, okay? But I looked up my symptoms online, and what I have is actually caused by the 60-degree angle in which you look down at your phone
Oh my
and
goodness.
using your phone. So it's all in the right side of my body. My fingertips experience numbness, and
Jax.
it's in the back of my neck and in my shoulder. So don't use your phones. Don't use social media unless you absolutely have to.
If you
And
held it
when,
at eye level, would that correct the problem? Because you wouldn't be looking down.
right, so I'm trying to do that with my left hand because it's all in my right. And I'm just looking when I have to look at something. But if I don't have to look at stuff, I'm just using the computer at eye level. I'm sitting on my ergonomic swivel yoga ball now that I brought home from work. And you also need these blue blockers. So that's how you stay away from the dangers of social media.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So social media is the devil. I hate Facebook for changing to the new Facebook.
What's different? I didn't really notice anything. Or maybe I got the new Facebook first and I've been living it for so long. I don't know.
When you look at Facebook, is it like round, like a kid's channel? Like the edges are all round?
Yeah, I've noticed some rounded corners, and I noticed everything's like in the column in the middle with empty space on the sides. Is that part of the new interface?
The new interface has everything on the left.
Okay.
And well, it has left and it has right.
Got it.
So if you have empty space, you might be like one of the last to switch over to like
really?
the thing. Because I know they switched me over like last week. It was the first time, and now I'm like, where do I find this? Where do I find that? Where do I find this? They've relabeled everything. They've moved, it's relatively in the same place, but like I get we want to improve things. I get we want things to be better.
Oops.
They do it without asking. They don't, or even mentioning it sometimes. They just do it. They don't make changes.
I agree,
So,
Javi. Says Facebook changes for the sake of change. Annoying.
exactly. Nobody asked them to fix it. Like everyone asked for a dislike button, and then all of a sudden it went berserk. We got more than a dislike button. Now every time your friend accidentally gives you a sad emoji or an angry emoji on your post, you have to question whether or not they're really your friend.
Yeah, that does add a lot of complications. In an attempt to make it more clear what your state of mind is when you interacted, they made it less clear. As you just said, you've got to think through, did they really mean the mean emoji?
Yeah.
Or was
it's
it
like, do they have something against my trans child? Or did they just slip and hit it with their finger while they were like putting their phone down because the cop was going to notice them while they were driving?
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. That's crazy. I had a suggestion for Facebook. Let me run it past you because I'm interested in your opinion.
Okay.
In addition to the thumbs up and the thumbs down, they should have a meh button, MEH in the middle. But it should be unclickable, because if you took the time to actually click something, that would be one step above the official meh. So it's just a unclickable graphic. That's
But then how would it function if you can't click on it?
You would have to call it something else if it would be clickable, because you would need a descriptor that's like 1 unit above meh, because then it's not meh. If you actually took the labor to click it, it doesn't qualify as a meh.
I feel like dislike is super strong, like I dislike this post.
Hi, Mel
But
Mel.
if you, but if hi Mel Mel, but if you instead of disliking the post, if you felt meh about it, like and it was like a meh hand, then that would mean they have to improve their post quality.
Well, technically, not clicking thumbs up and not clicking thumbs down is a meh.
Exactly.
I mean, but I think it should be manifested as an unclickable button between the thumbs up and the thumbs down, just for funsies.
So there's not too many people that I hate that I follow on Facebook or social media in general, but I do follow my parents. And they don't use social media very often, but when they do, it's usually a reshare. And it's one of those reshares of like a screenshot that someone else wrote and like it's completely taken out of context. And I'm constantly just screaming into the comments box, like, stop using Facebook wrong. This is not what I want to see. And I love my parents, but like they're the only people I can yell at like that, you know?
I got one for you. One of my grievances is the website Old People Facebook, or I'm sorry, the subreddit Old People Facebook isn't more popular because I swear on all that is holy, it is the funniest thing on the internet. It's people using social media wrong, and it is mind-boggling. It's so funny. Like, people will use the post as a search box, not knowing that they're posting, and they'll post ridiculous items on it. My father, God love him, I love my father. He'll do this as his post. He'll say, "Thank you, I really liked your post." But that'll be his. It wouldn't be a comment on someone else's post. It will just be it's like a reply, but it's its own separate post.
Yeah. So
no disrespect to my father. I mean, he's figuring it out.
But these are the things that like family members do, right? So I have a sister who's like over 10 years older than me, right? And so I got married recently, and she wanted to celebrate the fact that I got married. So she posted to her own wall, "Congratulations to my sister Jax and her husband Andy."
Hobby's taken off.
Yeah. Bye, Hobby. And she said, "And her husband Andy." Now, anybody who knows me knows that my first husband's name was Andy. And immediately after that, I got phone calls and text messages. "Did you see what your sister did?" And I'm like, she doesn't know, like
honest mistake.
and then she deletes it and then puts a post going, "I'm sorry, Jax," and then nobody knows what that post is about.
Yeah. These examples that both you and I have given are like low on the funny scale. If you go to /r/Old People Facebook, it is so funny. I love it.
I'm gonna check it out, and I will say that as much as I hate social media, the best thing about social media is the very specific groups that it has, like our live streaming friends. We're literally a group of people who want to be friends and want to live stream come together to help each other. So there are shining lights within social media, as much as I hate it, and it's a literal pain in my neck.
I agree. Facebook groups is the only reason Facebook should exist. Frankly, I wholeheartedly agree with that. Everything else is garbage as far as I'm concerned.
I know. Facebook groups is like Meetup, Meetup next level. Because remember Meetup.com?
Oh,
and
yeah.
like you could find people and you could go to events, but like Facebook is like taking that like a step further in the right direction.
Totally.
Because we can meet. But I hope you have an amazing Festivus and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll see you at the party on Friday if you come.
Yep, I'll be there. Thank you, Jax. Merry Christmas. Happy Festivus. Thank you for airing your grievances. Okay, we will. There she goes. Oh, isn't this fun? Hey, I have something fun that I worked on, and I keep forgetting to do it. There we go. Look, it's snowing in the Haas studio. I also have this guest thing. This is, if Mel, if you want to come on camera and complain about social media, follow that link. It's pinned in the chat. It's at the top. And anyone else online that wants to come on camera, you are more than welcome to do that. Okay, pop Robert back on. Robert, you're back on the air, and unmute yourself, please, and you're ready to rock.
Hang on, I got to take care of this snow thing I got going on here.
Gotcha. Mel says, shout out to Facebook groups. Yep. I love the Matt Haas finger dancing. Okay.
Oh, that's better.
Oh, my goodness. Oh.
So how are you keeping up with everyone's Festivus grievance there? You think they're bringing their A game and everything, or?
I think so. Yeah, a lot of fun. Why is the snow falling? Up, Robert. Did you have the snow going the wrong direction?
You know, I think Jax is upside down.
Could be. Yeah.
Because I mean, it's a hard act to follow with her, but
she's not an Australian resident, so she wouldn't be on the wrong side of the planet. But
that we know of.
Maybe she's just upside down, like you said. You never know. Do you have another grievance you want to air?
I'm trying to debate. All right, I'll give you a choice. Either behind door number 2 or door number 3.
Let's do 2.
Okay. So while we're on the subject of Facebook, it's more of a workflow thing. Right now, I mean, you use Ecamm, and what I used to live stream is with vMix. And for whatever reason, Facebook does something really weird where if you schedule a live stream, it now makes a duplicate entry. So not only that it creates a scheduling within the Facebook program, but it also creates like a second post of it. And I had no idea why. And when I asked the folks in vMix, it's almost the answer I get from them. I get the sense that it's Facebook being Facebook. Door number 1 was YouTube. So
yeah.
So it was a matter of going to second, third. But yeah, so it's just really weird. And when I asked them if there's anything they can do to correct it, it's like, it's pretty much like they're at Facebook's mercy. So it's like, which proves to Jax's earlier point that their strength is the Facebook group communities. Everything else, it's like, oh man. Am I able to make that mesh gesture of, or more like,
I agree. List a feature of Facebook that isn't groups, and it's subpar. Streaming, Facebook, not good. Gaming on Facebook, not good.
Emojis?
News on Facebook, not good. Horrible people on Facebook, not good. It's just
emoji selections, not that great. I mean, meh.
I do like how they have preloaded GIFs and then you can search the GIFs with keyword phrases. I do like.
Right, I'll give that.
The memes, the meme GIFs. That's not bad. Jim Bashir's just showed up. Hi, Jim. Grumpy post office clerks and go. Hi, Jim. How are you? Happy Festivus to you, my friend. If you want to come on camera, there's a link at the top of the chat. Go ahead and click that link, and we'll put you in the green room. Follow the instructions, and I'll bring you on camera if you want.
I feel like something's missing that I haven't done yet.
Oh, there. So, bam. I got to go buy wine and then use all the corks as Jax suggested, putting corks on the back of my sign so my fingers don't overtake the image. I can hold them completely behind.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah. I think we just opted the popsicle stick route, but cork sounds even better.
Jax agrees.
Yes, with you. Exactly. So, I'm just taking in the happy Festivus ambiance here. So
yeah. No, I'm psyched. I know Brenda wanted me to do the feats of strength. I don't know if my son will come in and do that or not. But
I was waiting for a breaking news where all of a sudden, your son breaks in and does the. It's not too late. Brenda's wish could come true.
When I said something to him, he's like, "Dad, I will destroy you." I was like, "Oh."
So you just have Darth Vader step in for you. That's all.
Well, yeah. Maybe he could come to my rescue. Although he's just ahead. I mean, Skeletor might do some damage. He's got a weapon.
That's true.
Oh, but then Darth Vader has the Force choking, so who knows? Although,
I'm trying to how to say this without having any spoilers. But did you see the last episode of the Mandalorian this season?
I did. Yes. Totally dug it.
It's like anything I want to say is just going to come out spoilery to be like, ah! But, oh, man.
Hey, Mark Lindsay CNC is here. Hi, Mark. I have the last call open for people to come into the green room. There's a link at the top of the chat. If you want to come on camera and complain about social media, follow that link, and I'll bring you on camera if you want.
Right. It's.
I tried the guest cam, had no luck. We may have been full up. Try again. If that's
I know. Like when I first went on, I had trouble getting on with the guest cam, but then when I went on the second time, it worked.
Okay.
Oh, he binge watched The Mandalorian this week. Oh.
I didn't know I had Disney Plus because it stopped working, and I thought my free Verizon year trial ran out. But then I just plugged in the passwords, and it let me in. So it must have just had like an update and wiped out the stored password. But yeah, so now I'm back in, so I watched it.
Let's see. Hopefully my brother's not listening as I say this. But so one of the things that my folks and I were trying to figure out what to get for my brother, because he's hard to shop for. And I know that he was interested in the ESPN Plus streaming. And so I forgot they still had that 3 package, like with Disney Plus, ESPN, and Hulu. So we signed up for that because right when we made that decision, the year thing went up. So it's like, oh, there's a solution. Christmas gift for my brother. Oh yeah. Do you mind if I borrow that code if you're not watching it?
Cool.
Whammo! Solution solved.
I dig it. Oh, Jim and Mark, notice how the thumbs up and thumbs down are equal. I have 13 thumbs up and 13 thumbs down. I want to try and like have those numbers increase, but I want them to stay equal. So, Jim, if you do a thumbs up and it's 14-13, Mark, you make it 14-14.
So would you say something that's like a thumb down worthy remark to get the thumb down?
Well, who knows? Dude, don't play that game. You can't figure out the internet. Who the heck knows? Oh, I didn't see Jaden slipped in. Hi, Jaden. Welcome.
Hey, Jaden.
Happy Festivus.
Yeah, it's I'm just catching up on the replies.
Oh, hey, look at this. My son, Evan, everyone. Say hi.
Feats of strength.
Evan. How's everyone doing?
All right. Are you going to wrestle your dad right now?
Can't hear anyone.
Oh, he's okay. Hold on. Let me put your audio on. Say that again.
So does this mean you're going to start wrestling your dad right now for the Feast of Strength?
No, that's going to be later. I haven't bought my girlfriend any presents yet for Christmas, so I have to go do that.
So that's going to be like a tag team between her and him against your dad there?
Well, I'd be able to take him by myself, so.
Oh, before Evan leaves, he turned 21 Monday.
2 days ago.
He turned 21.
Happy birthday, Evan.
Thank you. I appreciate everyone. Thank you. All right, I'm heading out. You guys have fun.
All right, Evan.
Take care.
Be safe.
I will.
Look for bargains.
Oh, you know me.
There you go. A rare Evan sighting on the All Things YouTube channel, everybody.
How was the celebration for his birthday there Monday there, Matt?
Well, it was alcohol free because you can't go out now and do that. But I cooked steaks for dinner, and we saw the sweet lights in Hershey because Hershey they have a huge entertainment complex with Hershey Park, and they have a Sweet Lights attraction where you drive your car through, and there's all these Christmas lights, and then they have a radio station that you tune into, and the lights flash with the songs on the radio. They have it timed.
Nice.
It was nice. It was nice. Dave
there
Gatton's here. Hi, Dave.
Hey, Dave. There was one we went to similar to that, probably like a smaller scale of what you described. I love how like the way they have the lights arranged on the bridge. So when you go down there, it has that nice tunnel effect. Well, because you're going the bridge, but just like with the lights and everything surrounded there, it's like going in kind of like a wormhole sort of a thing.
The attraction I liked is they had the 12 Days of Christmas. So they had the what you call it, the Partridge in a Pear Tree, and the geese a laying, and the pipers piping, and it was like, what's that one again? I forget what that one is. Some of them are easy, like 5 golden rings, and
right.
So
is
anyone
he in the room yet?
Anyone that's new that popped on, click the link in the top, the pinned chat item, and if it fails, just try it again a couple minutes later. So Dave, if you want to come on, you can do that. There you go. Where Robert's pointing, hopefully. That looks about right.
I'm kind of approximating here.
I'm surprised you got the direction correct, because it's always opposite when you're behind the camera.
Yeah, the fingers crossed me up because you're trying to like get closer to the angle, and also it looks like it's
cool. All right. Any other grievances before we push someone else up on screen?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's got to be a lot of people's beef that they got to share on the grievance.
Yeah.
Beefy grievances beef, something like that.
All right. Excellent. Thank you, Robert. Happy Festivus to you. Merry Christmas, my friend. Be safe. Thanks for sharing.
Yep, and you too, and your family too.
All right. We'll see you around.
All right,
Peace.
take it easy.
All right. Next up, we've got Mr. Russ Clarity. Boom. Hello, Russ.
Hey. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. How are you?
Great.
Happy Festivus.
I'm doing good. Doing real good. We're
Excellent.
getting ready for Christmas. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and then the next day's Christmas, so we're getting ready.
Shouldn't you be in the North Pole, like getting all the troops?
Hey, the reindeer are fast. I can be there like that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they're real quick. They can get me out of Florida into the North Pole just that quick.
Awesome.
So,
Well, welcome to my channel. I don't think you've ever been on my channel. I've been on your channel a lot. But
this is the first time.
Yeah, excellent. Well, glad to have you here.
Yeah. So what's interesting is tomorrow night. Well, actually, it starts tomorrow. It's an all-day project, but it actually starts around 3:00. Is all the family comes over and we decorate Christmas cookies. And last year we had like a whole, like, I think there was like, out of the 13 grandchildren, like 9 of them were here decorating. But some of them have obligations because they come to our house on Christmas, so they do the in-laws on Christmas Eve. So
sounds like a busy time. Busy time.
It is very busy, trust me.
Cool. Do you have any social media grievances?
At 8:00 tomorrow night, or between 8 and 9, I'll put it that way, I'm going to try to do the reading of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas."
Nice.
So
nice. Yes, some of those paragraphs in the middle, people aren't all that familiar with, but
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Do you have any grievances you want to air about social media?
Yes, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of YouTube being the monopoly of the business of video. I'm sick and tired of it. Somebody needs to step up to the plate and give them some competition.
People are trying. It's just
I know. I was really hoping Twitch would actually, come up to that level and be able to do, but it's just not happening now.
They're going the opposite direction. I'm sorry to say, Twitch is.
Yeah, they are. I agree, but I was, when they first started, I had hopes, so to speak, that they would, they would be the competition for them. But You know, yeah, they're all into gamers and gaming. That's all they are for.
They're trying to change that, but you know, it can only change if people let it change. That's the thing,
right?
You know,
I still use them. I still put videos up there, and whenever I do my show, I have Restream and Restream multiple broadcasts. I have it broadcasting to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the same time. So I still use them, and I get 2 or 3 people. My
Mel
last
agrees
video
with
or
you.
video before that was like I had 8 views on it, which ain't a lot, but that means somebody's coming there and watching it.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's just
yeah.
they have the monopoly on it. They have their say is God. They're like God. If they don't like something you do, they can strike you. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no repeal, or you can repeal it, but they don't have to do anything about it. They can sit there and go, so it's just.
There's been a ton of
it.
unfairness from YouTube where they'll treat one infraction differently than an identical infraction.
Exactly.
I hear you there, brother.
That's a bull crap. It's just there's no rhyme or reason to it. I've been fortunate. I've really tried. I only got 1 strike a long time ago, and that was when I first started. I had the radio playing in the background when I did a video and didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
And they struck me for like copyrighted music and everything. And so that was a big learning curve. I went like, okay, I can't do that no more.
Well, I used to do the woodworking top videos, and I would cut in with the channel owner's permission other people's clips, and they would put third party, and I would be getting strikes.
Yeah.
And then okay, so I have 12 clips, and only one of the 12 has a strike, but someone takes 100% of my revenue. I was like, how's that work? Because it was all or nothing, So yeah, I had some big time issues. Yeah, no, YouTube's not perfect. Now, to your point, for someone to be on top, to be better than YouTube, do you know what they have to master? Discoverability.
Yeah.
YouTube will push stuff in front of your eyeballs it thinks you want to see. That's non-existent on Twitch, except for one little shelf on the bottom, like popular streamers. That's it. There's no discoverability on Twitch. None.
No, I agree.
Mel, I see you in the green room. I'll be bringing you on here in a second.
Do what?
I was making an announcement. I see Mel in the green room, and that I would be bringing him on in a moment.
Okay. Yeah. Another, and then another thing is, in order to make it big on YouTube, you have to be unique. You have to either do something unique or be kind of unique. In that aspect. In other words, for them, or to gain a lot. I mean, come on, who was the top guy on YouTube? Is he still there? What's
PewDiePie, but
PewDiePie, is he still up top?
He is still the single largest person that has a stream. There was T Series, is a South Korean company that has it's a company. They have more than him. So if you say he's the largest single person channel on YouTube, that's accurate. But there's one channel that has more than him. It's called T Series, and it's a company. But yeah. And he did gaming. Gaming is what his role was.
Yeah.
Gaming is a force to be reckoned with. And you know what? If you can get sponsored by a game company, do you know what game companies do? They pay you. They've got the cash.
Yeah.
So if it makes sense to you, have a gaming commercial in your YouTube videos, you won't have any problems getting paid.
I don't know if they're on YouTube or not, but I'm a big StarCraft fan. You ever heard of StarCraft, the game?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big StarCraft. I started playing it when it first came out. Actually,
that was one of the top 5 games. I think it still is.
Yeah. So I played StarCraft since its inception, since it first came out. And I watched the StarCraft. They have like, how do I want to put it? They're a Super Bowl of games, but they're in different regions of the country. Like they'll have the Korean region, and everybody will play over there in Korea and stuff like that and bounce around. And I love to watch those games. But those are predominantly on Twitch. StarCraft, the gaming is on Twitch.
Well, that makes sense. That's where people go to watch gaming. Now, YouTube has given them a run for their money.
Yeah.
And Facebook is trying to get into gaming too. They're throwing cash at streamers, but that's having moderate success. But you're right. YouTube is dominant, and there needs to be another player, and someone can be another player, but you've got to get the discoverability nailed. And YouTube's the best at it. They're the best.
Yep.
So.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
But it's still a pain in the derriere.
It's a legitimate grievance, sir. Legitimate grievance.
There's still a pain in the derriere. I love to hear Brenda talk about them.
Oh, boy, she just gets. Look at this. Someone sent me a little gift. Sent me a stress ball. So when Brenda gives me flack on Mind Equals Blown, I can relieve my stress while I'm.
Yeah, I love to hear her talk about them. Boy, she goes off on them.
Oh, Mel says shout out to Brenda. Yeah, she's wonderful. She was in the chat earlier.
Yeah, I know she's been sick, and I need to check on her and see how she's doing. I usually try to PM her and ask her how she's doing.
Yeah, no show. There won't be any Mind Equals Blown show tomorrow, but we're trying to do one on the 31st, so New Year's Eve, and we'll do one. So.
Right.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Russ.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
If you get a chance, it should be on the show, my show this Saturday, because Holly Denny's going to be on there. She makes those snowmen.
The snowmen, yeah, the turnings. Awesome.
Yep. So she's going to be on there this Saturday, so it should be a good show.
That's Let's Talk Shop with Russ over on his channel, Simply Wooden Creations. Saturday night,
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if I don't get to see you or talk to you, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, my friend.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to
Merry
you
Christmas
too.
and Happy New Year to everyone out there in the chat.
Awesome. Excellent, Russ. Merry Christmas. Take care, my friend. Thank you for being on the show. Good stuff.
You're welcome. See you.
Yep. All right. Bring it on to Mel. Hi, Mel.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Not much. Good to have you on the channel, my friend.
Okay, yeah, you can see me. I'm looking at different phones. I'm looking at different things going on. Yeah. Sorry about that. I can
certainly see you.
I'm trying to give you the watch time and be on here and do all this other stuff at one time. Thank you for what you're doing. I appreciate your channel. Definitely, you're one of the underrated channels out there. So I'm grateful to you for doing this Festivus thing.
Right back at you. I'm thankful you're with your support, your continued support. It's awesome to have you on the show.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I like seeing you on here and seeing you on Minds Blown, and then you got your awesome woodworks, you got your awesome piano. I know you got a whole bunch of things going on.
I'm overextended.
I encourage people to check out. If I have a grievance that I have to air, a legitimate grievance, I guess with the internet itself, I think it would be the division, the divisiveness over politics. And let me explain what I mean. I mean, as if you have a post and it's something that's of a different point of view. People unfriending each other, or doing takedown posts, or saying negative things divisively, stuff that you normally probably wouldn't say to a person if you saw them in person. I think people take the internet a little too seriously sometimes when things don't go their way, if that makes any sense. So I don't know what. Go ahead.
I hear you. People are so invested in their worldview. If something challenges it, they lash out with vitriol. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah. And that's a big thing that bothers me, because I've seen people that are friends. Like, I'm talking about people who are friends for years, where they know each other offline, and they go to each other's house, they know each other's family. And then all of a sudden somebody says something maybe against the police, or maybe against a political group, or maybe something against their favorite, celebrity. And all of a sudden it's like, screw you. And they're no longer speaking to each other. And you're like, look, calm down, because at the end of the day, these things that you airing your grievances about, or going at each other about, these celebrities or politicians or political groups, they're not thinking about you like that.
Right.
I don't know. We should all have open minds about the things that we post on the internet, even if it's not something that you particularly agree with, or I particularly agree with, and we're diametrically opposed. You know what I mean?
I agree. And here's something to think about it. I just wish people would realize how little impact their posts make online. Like, do you really think you're changing someone's mind? Come on. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you can. I mean, if you hit the right emotional tone,
Oh, it's
if you have a
possible.
viral moment, but on a regular basis, no, you're probably not moving the needle as opposed to, like
Yeah.
making that difference. But even if it's a different point of view, we should still be able to be friends or be cordial or civil with each other. I think there's a lack of civility. People, they have like different groups that they go to, different tribes,
Yeah.
different ways of looking at each other. And hey, look, whether you support a different political ideology or religious belief or a lifestyle, we should still be able to see each other as human beings. And it disturbs me how people kind of like lose sight of that sometimes when they're online.
See,
You know?
Mark flips a script. He's got the right idea. He says, no, those posts have a great effect on me. It helps me decide who to follow or not. So true, Mark. Yeah.
That is true. That is true. I mean, it's definitely, a big deal, when it comes to that. I don't know. I don't know. It's just I feel like people have lost sight of how to communicate with each other. I mean, I'm a man of a certain age, and so are you. I mean, you remember there were times when people could respectfully disagree
Oh,
or
sure.
agree to disagree, and you go your way and I go mine. But we didn't have to hate each other for it.
Well, I mean, the way I tried to deal with that is I behave the way I want others to behave, and I try not to get caught up in that. And more people can be a people person. I'm a people person. I love people. I love all people.
Well, let me ask you, how do you maintain being a people person in this divided environment and climate where anything you say, can be taken and misconstrued?
Well, I have a couple parameters I try and stay within, and there's exceptions to every rule. One is I find that if someone asks me, then I'll engage. I just won't put stuff out there very often.
Okay, so are you saying a reactionary then?
Well, I find it best in most cases to join in when someone asks you directly what your opinion is. Then
okay, so
I'll share my opinion. Now that's not always the case. Now there were some some things I will put out there, but it's very far and few in between. And but yeah, so that helps. That doesn't solve the problem, but it just makes it less severe. And I just, the way I also tend to do it, like if I have a legitimate grievance other than this show, other than my once a year Festivus show, I will go to the group that can actually make a change. I just won't scream to the void of what I don't like. I will take care of it. Like, for example, we were getting ready to go out of town to visit my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and we packed up the car. Someone broke into our car the night before we left. Took everything. Thankfully, I had the bikes bolted. I had them locked to the rack on the back. Other than that, they took the DVD player. We had a third-party strap-in DVD player. Took it all. And I was mad because there was crime in the neighborhood, but I didn't know there was crime because the newspapers weren't publishing it because they're trying to have a smaller footprint because they're going out of business. And so I went to the Board of Commissioners. We have a Board of Commissioners in the township where I'm at. I don't live in a big city. And I said, look, there's crime. No one knows about it. Here's a technology solution where you can tweet to anyone who opts in crime alerts. So then we'll know because the paper's not publishing it. No one knows. And they're like, that's a great idea, but we don't have a tech expert. I was like, well, I'm a tech expert. Next thing I know, I'm in front of 20 uniformed police officers telling them how to run this software and how to do it. And that was a bit intimidating. Say, okay, police officer, listen to me. This is what you're going to do now. Like it was very flippant. But I didn't just complain online about how I'm mad because no one's telling me what the true crime statistics are. I found this, and I went to the group that could do something about it, and something actually happened. That's the way I deal with life.
But that's like a radical idea, even though that's the way you're supposed to do it. I guess I don't want to go after the millennials, but that's the way it used to be done.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and as to police, because I work with police a lot with the work that I do. If you do have legitimate ideas, they'll listen to you. If you have something that's going to make their job easier, yeah, they'll listen to you, civilian or not. But aren't you like an engineer, something like that? Like
I have a tech background and I work in publishing, but yeah, I've got web databases and data management and project management. I've got a lot of that type of techie experience.
So you're like a problem solver by nature.
Oh yeah, my whole career is figuring out how to do things faster, on time, and with better quality. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow. That makes sense. Definitely with what you were saying. Yeah.
It's called a business analyst, sort of like a catch-all term. But I look at how the business is being run, and I document it all. You capture the as-is state, and then once it's all laid out in front of you, you can see, well, here's waste. This is taking longer than it should, and you can connect and make changes. And that's
it's more like an audit.
Yeah, you could say that. But ongoing, it never stops. It just always.
Okay, with the ongoing process, though. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, that definitely makes sense. I mean, I can see the process where you're saying, I go online, I have a grievance, instead of me just being a Twitter warrior. Nothing against the Twitter warriors out there, but I actually, more than a tweet or Instagram post, I actually try to figure it out in real time.
Here's a grievance regarding Twitter. Thank you, Mel. This is I'm mad. My grievance is general companies don't realize that the Twitter flack or the Twitter hate that they're getting for whatever policy they've changed or whatever promotion they put out, whatever someone's complaining about to a company, the companies don't realize that's 4% of America. Like all that noise, it's not the 96% of the populace. It's just the loud 4% on Twitter. So if there's something to air grievances about, it's that. Like, wake up, companies. Like, if you put out a promotion or you think this is the right path to go and people are complaining about the direction you're taking your company, it could be legit, but it's 4% of the population. So that's what I wish people would understand.
Well, if we're going to talk about Twitter, I mean, my grievances with Twitter, whether it's the memes, whether, it's the backlash, the vitriol that's spit on there, it's crazy. I mean, I had to get off Twitter.
I stay off Twitter. Twitter's forever. Yeah. Twitter is billed as, just whatever's on your mind. It's a passing thought. It comes, it goes. No, it's archived forever. People go to apply for jobs and they're like, 8.5 years ago, you said this, not hired.
Exactly. No, I'm glad you brought that point up. I've seen people lose jobs, political campaigns, marriages because of something you said. Like look at Kevin Hart with his whole situation with, hosting the Oscars. It was something he said, he apologized for, and it still came back up. So
mad respect to Kevin Hart. I'm a huge Kevin Hart fan because the Oscar says, okay, if you apologize again, we'll let you do the Oscars. He was like, nope. I was like,
I mean, how many times are you going to apologize?
Exactly. People learn. Yeah. The thing about it, yes, the grievance is there's no second chances now. There's none. Like there's no repent, It's like you get one chance, and if you blow it, there's no coming back.
I mean, I guess if you take, I mean, not to get crazy, any Trump support. I guess if you take the Trump approach, you just full steam ahead and you don't care. Maybe that'll work, but I don't know. I really don't know. It's a rough climate out there because you find yourself in a situation. You got to be careful what you say. Got to be careful what you do. Got to be careful what you post.
I'm a live and let live type person, and if there's an egregious wrong, I'll jump in. I typically keep to myself. I'll complain to the people who can actually do something about it, and that doesn't 100% solve the issue, but it gets you kind of close, and that's the way I roll. So, yeah, but you're right.
That's
you're
real.
right.
That's real. I mean, I definitely appreciate that. Like I said, that insight right there. I don't know, like I said, but my main grievance is just, that people are so divided and they take this internet thing sometimes a little too serious. You have to
100%.
remember that, like you said with Twitter, that's the 4%. And then also too, this isn't always real life. I mean, we're speaking on screen and we're two people,
Yeah.
conversing, but a lot of this is it's a manufactured world. I
And
mean,
we're not
don't
hiding
take it
behind
too
an
serious.
anonymous screen name. Like, we know each other.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm not trolling you from the distance.
Mel, this great conversation. Thank you, sir. I'm thrilled that you're on the channel. I'm thrilled that you shared. Thank you. Happy Festivus to you. Merry Christmas,
definitely
my
happy
friend.
Festivus. Sorry if I'm holding you up for anybody else that wants to come on.
No,
Merry
we're
Christmas.
going to wind down the show here. And this has been a lot of fun. Should I do a second Festivus show a year from now?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Give people a little bit more time, because remember, you had it on the fly. Remember, we were watching in Brenda G's Mine's Blown.
Mine Equals Blown, yeah.
Right. Mine Equals Blown. And then you were coming up with it on the spot. So yeah, I would say do it again.
Yeah. Cool.
But definitely thank you for having me on. Merry Christmas to everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy. I definitely appreciate this. Thank you very much.
You bet. Merry Christmas. Happy Festivus. All right.
Happy Festivus.
Check that out. Thank you, everybody. I had a blast. The first ever Festivus show. How do I get this off? There you go. Oh, my goodness. Well, I had fun. And, I do complain a lot about social media, but overall, let's face it, it's a great place. You can make it work for you. You can make those real connections with real people. There's a lot of good on social media. It's just fun to take one day a year and blow off some steam on the feats of strength, which didn't happen, or the airing of grievances, I should say. All right, we're going to wrap this up here. If you're watching this as a replay, try and keep the thumbs up and thumbs down equal. So if you want to support me and you see fewer thumbs down, I want them equal. So it's either 18 and 18 or 20 and 20 or 25 and 25. I think that would be appropriate for Festivus. Oh. Thanks, Matt. You are a positive on social media. Thank you. I try. And it's not a act. I really am this way. This is me. Okay. Happy Festivus, everyone. Merry Christmas. Be safe. Be happy. Enjoy it. 2020 is almost behind us. Be well. I love you all. I'm not just saying that. You're all freaking awesome. Happy Festivus. Take care, everyone. Bye.